Hey, what's up, guys? To Intuitive 717, I am back with another reading. We're going to dive right into the Divine Masculine Collective and see what's going on with them energetically. I must say, I've been trying to work with this deck. It is revealing the Truth Oracle, and the deck has been very, very difficult to work with. So I'm determined to get some messages out of it for you guys. If things have just been difficult in your connection, I feel like we're going to work with the Divine Masculines that may be secretive. They are pulling back when it comes to communication. They're not revealing the full truth. And I am going to be nosy and I'm going to dig into it. And I do feel Divine Feminines. It's not really being nosy because as their Divine Feminine counterpart, you're already picking up on these things intuitively anyway. So we're going to find out why this deck has been so difficult for me to work with. I can't shuffle them without them falling on the floor. It's just getting really annoying. So I'm going to do a quick shuffle here to clear the energy out. And I'm going to see what messages want to come up for the Divine Feminines on what's happening with your Divine Masculines, what needs to be revealed so that you can validate your intuition. Why are they pulling back? Why are they going silent? All right, so we do have shadow side, the other side, coexist, and reverse side as well. So they could be experiencing a lot of shadow work right now, okay? Seeing parts of themselves that they don't really want to see. I also feel like they can't fully show up right now because there's a lot behind the scenes that they're dealing with, and it does have to do with darkness, okay? We do have hope as well. Wish, expect, and desire. They see you as wish fulfillment, Divine Feminines. You are like a wish come true to someone who is in this place right now. I feel like you showed up at the right time. You may already feel this, okay? Like they were struggling in either a relationship or a particular environment that they're in. I feel like you two are exact opposites. You are light, they are dark, and there is this perfect balance of when you two come together. He's going to remind you of what it's like to be too much in your light, and you're there to remind him of what happens when you're too much in the darkness. Okay, there's a lot of synchronicity as well between you two. Resonance, music could be very significant as well. And your presence just makes them very emotional. I'm hearing to let this unfold naturally, Divine Feminines. Like even if they are pulling back, there's nothing that you can do. This person is going to figure out this connection through synchronicity. So if many of you are feeling drained by a lot of the shadow work that they may be going through, inconsistent, they have a lot of arrogance, they could be wrapped up in a lot of addictions. Many of you as well, sometimes you have no idea that the asshole behind that text message is pretty much drunk and you're not actually dealing with your masculine fully being present there with you, right? Because when they are under the influence, it's like a different version of them end up coming through. Yes, they may get that liquid courage to reach out to you, but that's why many of you may see a very dark side of them. It's like, whoa, what happened? Like just a few days ago, you were like a different person. Yeah, it's probably because they were at work and they were sober and it was during the week. And then all of a sudden you get that late night text and they are this dark shadow version of themselves. Okay, but it's because you are triggering all of the things that they feel like they don't deserve. So it feels like rejection and all of this animosity and hate towards you at times because they think that you're some kind of trick or illusion, right? Nothing good ever happens to them, right? People like you, Divine Feminine, don't just come stumbling into their life without wanting something. I feel like this is a Divine Masculine that's been hurt before in relationships. Like they've had very difficult interactions with Divine Feminine energy, but they don't realize it's because they themselves have been difficult, right? Like they view women in a particular type of way, and because of that perception, they tended to attract exactly that in a woman, okay? So they're starting to see that it's like a double-edged sword here, right? What it is you expect, you're gonna get that. And then there comes you, Divine Feminine, and you are completely resilient to a lot of their manipulation and a lot of the hurt that they may spew at you and try to put you through. I feel like many of you are a mirror, right? Instead of being insulted or feeling hurt or scared by a lot of their attempts to push you away or be inconsistent like this, to really try to break you down and make you feel like, oh, you want to believe in twin flames? You think I'm your Divine Masculine? Yeah? And then they do the worst things to hurt you. I feel like many of you, like you deflect that, right? Like you hold up a mirror to them, right? By trying to hurt me, you're only hurting yourself, right? By trying to hurt me, you're only operating in a way that's draining you and taking from you. Because it's like 2 weeks later, you're back to your sober mind apologizing. So you tell me what's what. So I feel like this is just a time of reflection. Like you could be very stubborn as well, Divine Feminine. Like your role is to just tell it like it is. What's the Divine Feminine's current energy? What are you saying to them in music? Okay, so we have Rose, passionate love. They could be getting a lot of passionate song synchronicity. I know I've mentioned that song as well by Seal, I think. Kissed by a Rose. So that could be, you know, another message that comes through. Does he say kissed by a rose on the gray? It's like someone's world is just gray. There's no hope. And then you come in and all of a sudden you make them feel like, you know, there is hope. You know, the love is real, romance is real, but then they go through this noisy, very, you know, messy place, feeling out of control, which is like, okay, this doesn't exist though. It goes against everything I've ever experienced. And then their ego comes in as the noisy sound telling them like, you can't trust this rose. There's thorns around it. This passionate love, you can't come in. This is here to bring you pain. This is only short term. So don't ever give to this fully. Okay, be an asshole, be a jerk, keep your guard up. Women like this don't just come into your life without a good, you know, reason. She's here to take something from you. She's here to drain you. But time and time again, you keep proving them wrong, Divine Feminine. They keep waiting for the shoe to drop and it's not dropping. Okay, and then that's when the music synchronicity comes in to let them know they've got to dig into the shadow work and realize that it's not you. It's not you. You are not this noisy sound. You're not responsible for the information overload. You're not responsible, Divine Feminine, for everything that they have learned their entire lives about love and women and relationships. You didn't do those things. You didn't cause that programming. Okay, some of them feel like they really have to unlearn a lot of what it is they know when it comes to connecting with their wish fulfillment, with what it is their desires are. Because this feeling is not going anywhere. Okay, as much as this person wants to reject love and turn away from a lot of this passion and this romance that they feel like they want to give to you, they can't. Like, love is painful, right? You can't go into love hoping that it's going to be all sunshine and rainbows. Like, love is painful. You go in knowing that, yeah, it's going to hurt, but damn, it might hurt good because that passion, right? And it's just like I've picked a rose before. I like many times, like I remember growing up as a kid and like, you know, walking the streets in like Trinidad growing up as a kid, and many people would have like the rose bushes and they would be like poking out of their fences, right? I knew I was gonna get pricked, but it's like the rose is so beautiful that it's like sometimes you have to kind of, you know, weasel your hand in there so that you don't pick it by the actual like top of it, right? You want a nice long stem with the rose. You know, you're going to get a few pricks in there and a few thorns, but at the end of the day, you end up with something so beautiful and fragrant. So I feel like this is the process that they are going through. Okay, they are madly, passionately in love and attracted to you in every single way, but there's a big part of them that tells them that that's wrong for whatever reason. This doesn't exist. It's not safe, right? They know what their experiences have been like with women, but what they're starting to see with you, Divine Feminine, is they're changing their perception on like what it feels like when they're with you. It doesn't feel chaotic. Let's pull out the romance angels and we'll see what they feel. What's challenging them? Like, what are they so freaked out about that you do when you're around? Okay, so we have codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. So you may bring this to life, right? They may feel obsessive over you. Their addiction could be you. And you're getting them to heal this, right? They don't have to suffocate love. They don't have to suffocate this rose or pick it violently off of the tree. Maybe they don't have to go in. Maybe they can look at it from afar. You know, go in for a smell and watch its beauty from afar. This could be what they're feeling like. Maybe I don't actually have to go in and pick this rose. Someone feels greedy for your love. They feel overwhelmed by you. They don't want to come too close because when they do, everything that they have been told not to do, they do. They feel like when they're with you. I get this feeling that when someone's around you, Divine Feminine, it's like they're no longer this like, oh, like, you know, oh, sorry guys. They're no longer in this energy of like, you know, thinking about women in a particular type of way, right? Like, you know, oh, they're only there for one thing, and like you never get too close. You don't do this shit. You know, women are just there for one thing. No, all of a sudden it's like they get like obsessive over you, and you're all that they want, and you're all that they can think about, and it's like they don't want that. They don't like that feeling. Okay, they don't like the feeling of you pulling them in like this, because they know the past that they've experienced, right? They know what happens when you're lured in by a woman's beauty. And that's just the thing, Divine Feminine, is that you are creating so many illusions, and you're confronting his worst fears. It's like he can't stay away from you because you're attractive, you're magnetic, you're beautiful. There is no way that you're not going to come in and cause some kind of destruction or chaos or use him. But little does he know, I mean, you have your own, you're free. You've got your own initiative going, you're independent. He's never seen this version of woman before, okay? He's seen a very, very, very different version, okay? This is you riding your own horse. In the past, he's been the horse, okay? This is you riding your own horse. In past relationships, this is the feminines he's dealt with. This is him, okay? He be the horse that they ride, okay? Always having to carry the load, carry some type of bullshit. But you, Divine Feminine, I mean, you're good on your own. And I feel like this is why this is haunting this person at this time. We have repair as like the very first word. Okay, and this is the reconcile card, but in order to reconcile, he is going to have to go through some kind of healing. It says repair, cure. Okay, cure yourself, most likely, of this dark shadow energy that they are stuck in. Okay, someone's trying to keep you at bay, keep you at a distance. They want to continue to be and live in this darkness, but at the same time, they can't help but feel like all of these warm feelings end up seeping in, right? Concession, understanding. They want to heal themselves so that they can experience your energy, because they know that you are different. You're not here to use and abuse or make a fool out of them or humiliate them in any way. Okay? Why did you show up, Divine Feminines? What is he starting to see or understand? Okay, so we have a miracle. And that's why I feel like he's never seen this version of, the divine feminine energy before. I'm hearing how sweet it is to be loved by you. Probably because of the hard hands here as well. Dreams come true, get what you want. This is someone who secretly has always dreamt of wish fulfillment and has always felt hurt by the fact that every time they went to seek out romantic love, they were destroyed by just that darker feminine energy that they always seem to attract, right? This is someone who has always gotten cheated on, okay? Mistress, third party energy. That's why your divine masculines are having a really hard time letting you in. This is what you guys may not know, but I feel like you guys may pick up on it intuitively, is that you're true love, divine feminines. You really are. But you're coming in at a time in his life where he has been burned in the past. Okay? Specifically, be like this energy here. Affairs. Okay? Third party stuff. I'm even hearing for some of them, they might have been in a relationship where like the woman that they were seeing might have been involved with someone else who was married. Okay, messy situations this masculine has been in the past, to a point where they've really closed off their heart to any kind of romantic relationship here, but they're coming to terms with the fact that you are not the same. All right, let's go ahead and end off this message by finding out like what is in his heart for you, despite the fact that he's trying to stay silent and push you away because of his past experiences. And many of you may like have an inkling, like you may be like, oh my God, like I actually think that maybe someone might have had like an affair on this person, and they don't want to admit it. They don't want to admit that to you, that they have been cheated on before. Okay, we have let your friends help you, ask for and accept support from others. So this could be something that they are working on and they're trying to get past. They're not happy without you, and I feel like the advice that they may be getting from other people is like, you got to move on and you got to get past this, and not everybody is the same. Okay, many of them may be legitimately getting advice like that. Like, how long are you going to be in this kind of, in and out, lonely, grumpy about relationships for the rest of your life energy? Like, you've got to let love in. And clearly, there's an attraction here to this woman. Someone needs to feel like they're worthy of, your beauty, your love, and that this beautiful magnetic thing that's coming towards them is not going to hurt them. It's it's so weird to say this, divine feminine, but it's like there's no way like a woman like you is going to come towards me and you're not going to be in that energy of like he sees you as like the type of woman who could have like any man you want at the snap of your fingers. So why him? What's going on here? Something's got to give. Huh? What do you want, my money? Is that it? Like, that's how I feel he sees you. Okay, and it's like it's saying a lot more about him than you, right? Because you're like, excuse me, sir? I want your what? A what? All right, guys. So that's what I have for you for this quick check-in. If you guys would like a personal session, reach me over at hipsy.com. You guys can call me. You can text with me. And if you guys would like to check out the membership section as well, I've got a whole other bunch of 18-plus readings on there. And even some readings from that I used to have on Patreon as well that goes deeper into my own personal journey in case you guys are ever looking for clarity and to know that, through some of these readings, you're really not alone. Some of us have walked the talk. All right. So that's it for today, guys. I love you. Take care. And I will catch you guys in the next reading. Okay. All right. Bye, guys.